Hi there, I'm Oliver, Whitlock. Nice to meet you. You didn't hear that. Yep, that's me. I'm your assessor for today. So, pyrokinesis. That's a pretty cool power to have. You don't feel that way. I remember your notes said that you requested an assessment from us. Is that right? I see. Well, it's uncommon for people to approach us first. Usually we contact them and ask that they come see us. Why did you want to be tested? You don't like your powers. Unfortunately, that's quite common. Powers can appear for many reasons, and sometimes those reasons aren't very clear. And a lot of the time, when it appears, is incredibly inconvenient and can be distressing. With practical powers, we tend to avoid confiscating them, as is with your case. No, hey, that doesn't mean we can't help you. In fact, you could even help us if you wanted to. But we can discuss that later. We can begin the testing phase now. Are you ready? Good. This test is simple. I have a candle. All you need to do is light the wick on the top. Just don't stress and you'll do great. You melted the whole thing. Your power's quite strong, huh? Don't worry, don't worry about it. I have a bigger candle. And don't worry about mess or anything like that. We have an expert cleaning team. There, try with this candle. You can do it. There you go. See? You didn't need to worry at all. I know these types of facilities can be intimidating, but really with these tests, there's no right or wrong result. Just results. It's to gauge your powers. We just need to know what you're capable of and how it works. Then we can figure it out from there. Now, I want you to make the flame bigger. There's nothing to be scared of. If it gets out of hand, we have sprinklers set up and a fire extinguisher behind me. We can try as many times as you need or want to. We have more candles, different shapes and sizes, even different colours if that make this less nerve-wracking. Great, let's begin. Nicely done! You got it first try. I knew you could. Before that flame gets out of hand, could you shrink it? But try not to put it out. Just make it smaller than it was before. Wow, you're good at... Oh. Hey, that's a tricky one. It's why we look into every fire-related power we find. It's hard to control. When someone like you learns to get a good grip on their powers, they can really help people. Like quickly putting out fires. With more and more empowered people turning up, we can't just rely on the emergency services anymore. So don't be so hard on yourself. You've only had one pyrokinetic who didn't need any help out of the hundreds we've seen. Being average isn't a bad thing. Yeah, you get it. I should grab a new candle for you. Any preferences? You want me to pick? Blue is associated with calmness and also encourages productivity in some cases, So, blue it is. Fortunately, there are enough blues to have some variety. We need a few candles for this test. I'm going to light this first candle. Then I'd like you to move the flame from this one to the next and the next. Yes, this is the last test. They're all small scale because, well, your power seems a little unstable. We can deal with accidents, mostly, but we would rather prevent them. Do you want to give it a go? Whenever you're ready. That was a little shaky, but good. Now the last candle. Hey, are you okay? You didn't hit your head too hard, did you? That's a relief. I'm afraid after that, I'm not gonna allow you to try that again. Like I said before, it's not a test that you can pass, necessarily. If you can't do what I ask, it doesn't matter. Especially if it could hurt someone. That includes yourself. Let me dispose of these. Alright, the final portion of this assessment is an interview. I'm going to ask you some questions about your power. Is that okay with you? Thanks. Right. Do you remember when your power first manifested? When you were 13? Okay. Can you think of anything that could have triggered the powers? No? Nothing in particular? Perhaps puberty then? Well, this is the most common cause for people who gain powers at that sort of age. Powers can lay dormant until puberty, and the stress of that time causes these particular cases to seem more dangerous. If we have a team like this, we usually offer training sessions to help calm the power. But if that doesn't work, we extract the power. Do they get it back? That depends. If they want the power back, then we assess their character before returning it to them. If they don't want it back, aren't I supposed to be asking you the questions? We store it to give it to somebody else in our institution. Or, if it's a rare power, we might use it for research. Now it fully belongs to us. Anyway, back to the set questions. Since I suspect this was triggered by puberty, it could be hereditary. Do you know any family members that have powers too? Your grandmother? Could you tell me her name? Yes, I remember her file. Her powers and yours certainly have a connection. Thermal to fire. Your power is certainly more intense to handle. More destructive too. No, I don't mean that you're dangerous. Not at all. You clearly want to keep this under control. And we want to help you with that. My notes say that you're a little afraid of your pyrokinesis. And I can see that. So, I want to offer you training. It would mean coming here on a regular basis and working with an expert in your power type to help you control it. No, there's no cost. Normally there would be a fee, but I'll cover that for you. Well, I can tell how serious you are about all this. I know that you were considering extraction, and I really don't want you to do that. A power like yours could really help in an emergency, but if you genuinely want it gone, I can sign the papers to arrange it. You'll do it? Amazing. I'm proud of you. You did well here today, despite all the nerves. I know how scary it can be to feel like your power controls you, instead of the right way around. Yeah, I used to have no grip on my power. Any intense emotion and I'd set it off. Until I was sent here, I struggled a lot. These sessions really help. And, I mean, if they don't, then removing the power is still an option you may take. The forms will arrive in the post soon. Thank you for allowing us to assess you. You did a great job. I hope to see you again.